Hello everyone from Lanzarote. Lanzarote is part of the Canary Islands. The Canary Islands are volcanic. As you can see, the cone-shaped volcanoes here everywhere. And Lanzarote in particular has a very raw environment, very cool. You get a lot of desert-like areas with cool rock formations and lava flows, dunes and volcanoes. It's kind of reminiscent of an alien planet actually. We're going to be heading to the ocean. It's really windy today and the ocean is really choppy. I can see this from here. I'm really looking forward to this. So we're going to be heading to El Golfo first and explore the coast a bit, and then we're going to explore some lava flows and volcanic areas after that. I could not wait to get on my trail, but things didn't go quite as planned that day. I wanted to hike a trail to the coast from here to get to my first two destinations, Charco Verde and Los Hervideros. But as it turns out, there is a military zone here with access denied signs everywhere. What that meant was a huge detour on the road. That was a bit frustrating. While walking on the road really isn't a great experience, I still got to see some amazing landscapes on my way to my first destination. I was going to walk on an actual hiking trail eventually that day, but getting there was going to take a bit longer than expected. I really hope you hear anything through that wind. Both Komoot and All Trails suggested a trail that would have led me through a military zone. You don't always trust those apps. That volcano behind me, by the way, is what we will in a second see from the other side, and it holds a beautiful surprise. I'm not sure if what I'm hearing is the wind or the waves. There's actually a rain cloud heading here, but I hope it will pass. And another barrier. But since there are no "you shall not pass" signs anywhere here, I'm just gonna assume this is just for cars. So yeah, they closed down the parking lot here, which means in 2024 the only way to get to the beach at Charco Verde is on foot or by bike, which would probably be a lot smarter. So I was expecting way more people actually, so I hope the reason why nobody's here is not because it's closed or something. Those waves are massive. There's actually nobody here. This is cool. This is so cool. Along this path, you'll see green patches in the rock face. These are deposits of olivine, a mineral that is rich in magnesium and iron. As magma cools, olivine is among the first minerals to form. As it crystallizes so early, the crystals have a long time to grow and they become big. This is one of the reasons why you see it in chunks here. I have been to Lanzarote before in 2003, so this is a long time ago, and the rock that you see back there has actually been the inspiration for an artwork of mine. So I think it's so magnificent, and it's probably one of my favorite rocks in the world. And I was really looking forward to seeing it again. This is so cool. If you're a regular tourist, you're going to be shipped off to that place up there. You can see if we can go there later. Kind of looks like it's closed off, but from this side you can actually get onto the beach. Since the path back there is locked off, we will check the other side later, and then we can actually look into this beautiful bay from above, which is quite impressive. So this is the inside of a crater. This volcanic crater is halfway open to the ocean where the lava was flowing in. This lake is salt water, by the way. It's connected to the ocean via underground tunnels, and it is very green because of algae, because of an unusually high concentration of algae. So it's a quite cool natural anomaly here. They completely closed off the lake itself to protect it. It's kind of sad that this is necessary. People destroy everything, I guess, and I suppose they weren't able to keep people away from the lake, preventing them from swimming in it or whatever. This was already locked off in 2003. My trail will now lead me south along the coast, and curious to see what the ocean has to offer. Today the ocean is really raw and it's great. So it's an amazing sight to look at. And later on there's going to be cliffs from where we can see more. This is an example of these beautiful shades that the rocks have here on the island. You get shades from yellow to red to brown to white to black to I don't know what this is. And this makes for some beautiful natural art. Also look at those awesome shapes here. These structures are so incredible. Looks crazy. I found the other end of the trail that I wanted to hike this morning. Since it looked really nice, I decided to follow it a bit, and I was fully prepared to hike a long detour just to see the trail. It led to this beautiful red volcano, but it ended right behind the hill you see here, where it was unfortunately also closed off. Time for a break. By the way, I brought water in my water system here. This is tap water. You can drink the tap water here, but it has a weird taste. It really does. So the thing is, Lanzarote has no natural water source. What they do actually is they use ocean water and then they desalinate it. But it has a weird taste. I wouldn't say it's salty necessarily. It kind of tastes like it's spent a lot of time in a plastic container. I usually don't buy water in bottles, but I think here that's a good idea. So this is actually a cool trail. I would have liked to follow it further, but yeah, military zone. Anyway, I hope I won't hit any more closed hiking trails today. By the way, you find these olivine rocks here everywhere. It's really cool. Oh, and there's really hardly any shade here, which is tough to walk through the sun the entire time. And if you think, hey, just wear a hat, don't kid yourself. This hat will fly away. I found a beach. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is cool. I guess there's no swimming here. Would you? Would you swim here? That looks actually dangerous. Could be fun. No, I don't think so. The sand is beautiful. It's pitch black. I can smell the salt in the air. It comes here with tiny little droplets. It's very windy. I'm sorry for the audio. This back there is the red volcano that we just were at. I just reached a place called Los Hervideros. Please excuse my terrible Spanish pronunciation. There's a little round trail here, and supposedly you can see the ocean really well that hits the cliffs. That is cool. Los Hervideros translates to boiling pots, and it offers a captivating spectacle here, where the waves collide with a rugged coastline and they're met with numerous caves and crevices. This all day. Understandably, this is quite a popular spot, so you will probably not be alone when you're here. Well, that was really cool. There's rain in the air, and I'm not sure if it's from the sky or from the ocean, because the ocean carries so much water droplets over the land. It does taste salty. It does taste salty. But I still think it's a mix of actual rain and from the ocean. Yep. Well, that was a quick, really mean shower right there. Have you ever tried to put on a rain jacket in the storm? Yeah, well, I'm soaked. That's a cool lava bulb right here. I reached the other end of the Golfo Bay, from where you can see the green color of the lake so much better. After seeing the path to the beach down there, I think I know why it was closed. The slope is very steep, and I don't think it would withstand thousands of people walking up and down the hill every day. This back there is where we walked down a couple of hours ago. Cool today. I can just stand here for hours and watch the waves. I am passing through El Golfo on my way to a path that I actually hope will be a real trail, which is inside of the National Park Timanfaya. There are a couple of trails only that you are allowed to walk inside of the park alone. The other trails are only accessible with a guide. Yeah, so this one we can walk without a guide, and this is great. I'm really happy the sun is back. I briefly thought about going to a restaurant to wait out of the rain, but the rain has passed quickly. Now that's a cool trail. Especially after walking the road all day. This trail has a really dramatic scenery. This is awesome. You really have to watch your steps here. Don't get hypnotized by the water too much. This is beautiful. This is an 8-kilometer loop trail north of El Golfo. It is part of the Ruta del Litoral, which is a trail that follows the coastline northward. I'm not doing the entire loop here, which would return to El Golfo in the end. So we're heading north from El Golfo, and the trail will later turn further inland. So I'm already in love with it. So many salt droplets in the air. All of my face is covered in salt now. Everything's covered in salt now. So yeah, we are finally on an actual hiking trail, which is not closed, and that makes me really happy right now. It's not obvious where the trail goes. I think it's here. Yes. Oh gosh. Alright, you heard me say this before, but this time for real. Come with solid shoes. Because the rocks you see here are really, really sharp. So if you scratch your leg on it, it's like it's razor sharp. So you're gonna hurt yourself. Very easy to find the trail. So it's just at the north end of El Golfo. You can't miss it. See that this landscape here is very young. There are hardly any plants here. The last eruption on Lanzarote was in 1824, so it's not that long ago. There have been previous eruptions, like there was a big one in 1730. So this landscape is 200, 300 years old. There's still an active volcano on Lanzarote, but you will not see a whole lot of volcanic activity here in the sense of geysers or mud pools or whatever, because as I said before, Lanzarote does not have a natural water source. It does rain, you've witnessed that, but not to an extent that you would have any geysers. You will sometimes see pictures of a geyser in Timanfaya National Park, but that's fake, and it's just done for demonstration purposes, because if you dig a bit deeper in Timanfaya you will get really hot soil, and what they do is they dig a hole and then they toss water in it, and then of course it boils up and explodes in the air. But that's no natural geyser, that's just a demonstration, right? So it would be like a geyser technically, but it's not a real natural geyser. This is so cool, I love this trail. So isn't that a view? Weather forecast actually is going to be better for the next couple of days. This is March the 30th, so we have late March right now. We have like 23 degrees, obviously some rain, but it is mostly dry this time. By the way, this time of year there are around 2 rainy days per month. The showers all pass quickly though, and the sun gifted me with a sunburn that I still feel right now, 3 weeks after this hike. There's so much salt in the air, I have to constantly wipe it off the camera. I hope the vision is not too blurry. Some of these rocks here, they're really colorful, so they show you all shades that they can assume in one. Yellow to red, some greenish color. It's really cool. But this is so impressive. I'm totally soaked in salt water now. This is a crazy plant. Resilient enough to survive here. There's a miniature lava tube here. This is nice. So all of this is hollow. So that way the trail actually continues here. It's a really rough trail. I'm not going to follow it today, that was not the plan. I'm going to walk this way and see what else this trail has to offer. But we're walking through this old lava stream here. It's really nice. Also this road is much easier to walk on. So this cold lava stream that we're walking on went around this mountain back there. You can really see the flow direction there. This looks like more rain. Sun again after that. By the way, the name of this lava from Hawaiian is A'a lava, so as opposed to Pahoehoe lava, which is the more liquid lava that you see more the structures of the flow in there. I wonder what this looked like when it was actually flowing. The first and only other time I was on Lanzarote was in 2003. Actually my first solo hike of my life was here. Not this one, I didn't do this one. It was further north in Famara. That was the only hike I did. So I'm returning after 20 years, and now I'm able to do a lot more in terms of hiking and exploring. And actually I see not a single plant right now. So this could be any planet. I would love to do a video on Mars, so maybe one day. I think it's difficult to walk on Mars because of the low gravity. So hiking might be annoying. You wouldn't really jump like you would on the moon. On Mars it's somewhere between walking and jumping. This is the sort of thing I worry about on my hikes. There are these signs here everywhere. You're not allowed to leave the path. All other paths are actually also equipped with this sign. This is really the only route you can walk. They're very strict about that. It's kind of sad. I would like to do more exploring, but if they feel that this is necessary to preserve what's in that national park, then this is how it is. The lava did really pile up high here. Massive rocks everywhere. Nice. So we're now leaving the park. Sun sets in 3 hours, and I think I have around like 15 more kilometers to go. So there's this abandoned building, and what they left behind is this cactus garden. It's thriving. It's still fine. So my plan was to go this way. This isn't even in the park. Alright, so this sucks. My apps did not show that. I wanted to hike this trail south. It is not in the Parque Nacional de Timanfaya, and therefore I thought this would be open for hikers. But apparently some of the trails outside of Timanfaya and on the edges of Timanfaya are also closed to hikers. In case you're wondering how serious they are about keeping hikers away from these trails, some of them are actually guarded and patrolled. Overall, I walked exactly 30 kilometers that day. I made some mistakes planning my hikes. Maybe this video will help someone else not make the same mistakes. The region around El Golfo is absolutely stunning. However, hiking to Los Hervideros and Charco Verde is not a good idea, simply because there are no hiking trails there. The trail north of El Golfo though, that loop trail through Timanfaya, is super awesome. I can highly recommend that one. Alright guys, so this is it. Since I'm now going to be walking back the exact same way that I came on the road, I don't think there's anything more that I can show you today. So I'll end this video now. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed the hike as much as I did. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.